Hello everyone. In this video, we'll solve a problem based on the concepts of vectors. So we are given that AB is a vector whose tail is at -4, 2 and whose head is at -1, 3. Determine the coordinates of point D on vector CD if point C is -6, 0 and vector CD is equal to vector AB. So the first thing we can do here is to draw the vector AB to visualize what's given. Line here represents vector AB. So the vector AB starts at point A. So A is the tail or the starting point of the vector and B is the tip or the head of the vector. So when we write the vector AB, vector starts at A and ends at B. So we put the arrow at B. Point A is -4, 2 because point A represents the tail of the vector and point B is the head. So we label this point as -1, 3. Now the first thing we can do is find what vector AB is. Now vector AB can be broken down into its position vectors. So the position vectors OB, where O represents the origin, minus OA. And the position vector is represented by the point. So for OB, the value is -1, 3 minus. Now for position vector OA, it is -4, 2. So these are the two position vectors and we have to subtract these position vectors to find vector AB. So to subtract these vectors, we'll have to subtract the x numbers and we'll have to subtract the y numbers. So for x numbers, we'll do -1 minus -4 and then comma. For y numbers, we have to do 3 minus 2. So vector AB is equal to, so we do -1 minus -4, which becomes -1 plus 4, which is equal to 3. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So this is vector AB. Now we have to analyze vector CD. So we are given that point C is -6, 0. So we can do the same analysis for vector CD. So C is the tail or the starting point of this vector and D is the head or the tip of the vector. So that's why we draw the arrow at D. So we are given that point C is -6, 0. And let's assume point D is x, y. We don't know what point D is. We have to find the coordinates of point D. So we'll do the same analysis to find vector CD. So first we can break down vector CD into its position vectors. So that can be written as OD. O is the origin minus OC. The position vector OD is equal to the coordinates of point D. So this is x, y minus OC is -6, 0. We just have to subtract these two position vectors. So we subtract the x numbers and then we subtract the y numbers. So we do x minus -6 and then we do y minus 0. So we can simplify this vector. So x minus -6 becomes x plus 6. and y minus 0 is just y. So this is vector CD. So we are given that vector CD is equal to vector AB, and we know vector CD is so x plus 6 comma y, and vector AB is 3 comma 1. For these two vectors to be equal to each other, their x components should be the same and their y components should be the same. So that means our first equation is x plus 6 equals 3, and the other equation is y equals 1. So we have found the value of y, and now we just have to solve for x in this equation. We have to subtract 6 from both sides. So the 6's on the left side cancel each other out, and we get x equals 3 minus 6, which is equal to negative 3. So that's the value of x. So now we can write, so point D is negative 3 comma 1. So this should be the final answer for this problem. So I hope you'll find the video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.